buttons, we've made it. From the very first 3D printed parts to the body, the roll cage, the windscreen and beyond, every battle, every late night, every drop of paint has brought us here. And as I sit behind my Warthog and my Master Chief himself, this is the grand finale. Welcome to episode 5, the final mission in my Halo 3D build. So let's finish this fight. But before jumping into the grand finale, let's take a moment to salute the big boss battle from last episode, the Windscreen War of 2025. There was cutting, there was sculpting, there was more glue than legally recommended, but in the end, that glorious window stood tall. Crystal clear, battle ready, achievement unlocked, windscreen mastery. This of course opened the floodgates for a full military loadout. I was now printing the tailgate, the UNSC equivalent of a castle door, crafting the fuel jerry cans because Master Chief doesn't run on hopes and dreams. And as each piece came off the printer, the Warthog was transforming into a fully armoured post-combat monster. You know you're at the final stage of a build when every piece suddenly decides it doesn't want to fit anymore. These tailgate parts looked perfect on screen, but in real life they're like, nah mate, not today. So out come the clamps, the UNSC persuasion devices, because sometimes glue isn't enough. You've got to pin it, squeeze it, threaten its family, then glue it. I was going into full detail mode, painting all the handles, painting in every drop of oil, every streak of dirt, every chunk of UNSC battle mud. Time to prep these UNSC jerry cans. Primer coat on. Nothing glamorous about priming, but if you skip this step, the paint will peel faster than a grunt running from a plasma grenade. Base coat, red and silver. Red for danger, silver for UNSC hardware. These things are starting to look the part. Once this paint hits, they go from 3D print to battlefield gear. Every piece I install isn't just plastic, it's progress. Each tiny detail takes this Warthog one step closer to life. Bit by bit, paint by paint, this thing is becoming real. It's been a monster build, but these final details, this is the reward. All the sanding, printing, painting, this is where it pays off. I'm not just assembling parts anymore, I'm building a vehicle ready to roll into battle. With every part I clip on, you can feel the Warthog waking up. You know you're close to the end when the excitement starts to beat the frustration. I can see the finish line, and it's covered in dirt, oil and pure UNSC power. And the Master Chief, well, he's fully finished, suited and battle ready. So now he needs his ride. Print the part, paint it matte black, sand it, stress it, add dust, then do it all over again. This process is like meditation for 3D printers. Print, paint, weather, repeat. Raw plastic looks like a toy, but once that matte black hits, instant realism. The black base coat is magic. It hides the seams, sets the tone for battle-worn metal. A bit of dusty wash and suddenly it looks like it's been through 3 Halo campaigns. This dusty wash ties everything together. It's the final 10% that makes it 100% real. People ask how I get realism. Simple. I do this again and again until the part tells me it's done. Print, paint, sand, dust, repeat. That's how you turn a model into the Warthog. It's a long process, but every pass of paint brings it to life. This isn't just painting, it's storytelling through layers. And it's such a fun process. As all this painting and stressing of jerry cans was going on, I was printing the weapon of weapons, the crown jewel, the don't even look at me wrong part of the Warthog. The body was built, the tailgate, the fuel. Now it was time to build the thing that makes the Warthog feared, the Vulcan cannon. This isn't just another part, this is the firepower of the UNSC. Some of the last parts that I will need to print for the mighty Warthog. This build is coming to an end. My printer was officially in maximum overdrive mode. And once I put this weapon together, you better believe I'm giving this thing the full treatment. Matte black, army green, silver dry brush, grime, oil leaks, carbon burn. I want this cannon to look like it's roasted hundreds of Covenant dropships. I made sure the fit was correct before moving on, just in case I needed to bring out the clamps. Then it was time to make these jerry cans look like they've survived 5 missions and 1 angry grunt. The black wash is where the magic happens. Suddenly all the details just explode. I love this step. 1 swipe of black wash and it goes from toy to battlefield ready. While the jerry cans dry, I couldn't just stand around, so I jumped straight into the Vulcan cannon base. Because if Master Chief is going to ride, he's gonna need something big on the back. And it isn't a clean, shiny piece of equipment. This thing lives in the dirtiest, muddiest, most brutal part of the Warthog. This base holds a 360-degree death machine, so it needs to look like it's been through every war ever. I was about to hit another milestone with this build, but there's always a strange mix of excitement and sadness when a massive project like this is nearing completion. Another achievement unlocked, and with it comes a weird feeling, because you spend weeks, even months, fighting with a build, sanding, gluing, painting, fixing, and then suddenly it's almost done. Part of me is excited to finally see it complete, and part of me is sad, because the journey of building it is nearly over. That's one of the reasons I'm always planning my next build. So I might as well drop a little teaser right here and right now. 2 words: Fury Tank. Yes, the Warthog was just a warm-up. Coming up next, I'm 3D printing something bigger, heavier, and way more destructive. The Fury Tank build is incoming, and I am pumped for it, as I get back into painting the base coats to this legendary weapon. Because the Warthog isn't just a vehicle, it's a mobile, angry argument. This Vulcan cannon is the reason the Covenant run the other way. It doesn't just fire bullets, it erases problems. Every Halo player knows the second you jump into the gunner's seat, you become a god. The driver might think he's in control, but we all know the gunner is the real MVP. I'm not just building a cannon here, I'm assembling pure intimidation. This is the muscle, the bite, the final word in an argument. Base coat going on, but trust me, this thing is getting oil stains, burn marks, and Covenant guts. A clean Vulcan cannon is a sad Vulcan cannon. With 360-degree rotation, armour plating, triple barrel fury, this thing doesn't miss, it just decides who stops existing. Now for the fun bit, we're giving this shield some real history. Heat, push, repeat. That's how you fake decades of battle in 10 minutes. Just watch this. One small nudge and it looks like something just tried to take this gun out. If it looks too neat, it didn't fight hard enough. This is where the story lives. Dense impacts and the scars of war. Little details like this are what make a prop feel lived in. Tiny violence, big realism. Silver dry brush in the crater to expose bare metal. Black wash around the rim of the impact to deepen the shadow and add burn and soot. This is where the true builders separate from the casual hobbyists. Things that nobody sees, you still make perfect. That's the mark of a pro. Hell, I'd come way too far to slack off now. You might not flip the Warthog over, but I know what's under there. It was undercarriage time, where most people stop caring, but I leave no stone unturned. Every inch of this build gets attention. Top, sides, bottom, inside. If the Covenant crawled under this thing, they'd still be impressed. This thing lives in the mud, so the undercarriage is getting filthy. Clean plastic? Not on my watch. We're going full battlefield grime mode. Brown wash, mud tones, dry brushing, dust coat. This isn't paint, it's storytelling. I'm layering dirt like geological history. The more grime, the more real. My Warthog was nearly complete. Every layer of dirt, every scratch, every hidden detail. It's all coming together. Sometimes the build plans don't tell you to do this, but that's the difference between building a model and creating a Warthog. These are the little touches nobody asked for, but everyone will feel. Tiny bolts, extra handles, scuffs in the paint, stress lines. This is where the Warthog comes to life. I love adding details that aren't in the build because realism isn't printed on paper, you have to invent it. Besides, I'm good at not following instructions, just ask my wife. Well, my fellow 3D printers, I was about to unlock another achievement. And although my build was now complete, I still had another hard battle ahead, making my Warthog and my Master Chief look real on camera. Building is one thing, photographing it so it doesn't look like a toy, that's an art form. And I must admit it's something that I really struggle with. Because let's face it, this is where the build truly comes to life. When you capture that one perfect angle, and even you forget it's a model, that's the ultimate payoff. Photography is all about angles, lighting, shadows and scale. One wrong angle and you can see the table. One right angle and you're on the battlefield. So after spending weeks printing, assembling, painting and weathering, every scratch, every mud splash, every tiny detail was intentional. And now it all comes down to this, showcasing it. This model is huge. I can't exactly toss it in a backpack and hike into a battlefield. So instead of moving the model to the realism, I bring the realism to the model. And the best way to sell the illusion is with close-ups. Get right in there, show the paint chips, the mud, the battle scars. When you go macro, the viewer forgets the scale. It stops looking like a model and starts looking like the real Warthog and Master Chief. Well, that's what I set out to achieve anyway. Here it is, folks, the legendary UNSC Master Chief and Warthog, fully built, fully armed, and ready for battle. It's a project that tested me, challenged me, pushed every skill I have, but it was worth every second. The Master Chief now has his ride, and this Halo 3D build series is complete. Spartans, it's been an honour. I'm artist Wayne Dowson, and thanks for watching, everyone.